Hey guys, SpiderGamez here. In this video I'm going to show you how to farm for gold weapons inside the hardlock chests and the blue GRE hardlock chests located inside quarantine zones. And I'm also going to show you the fastest and easiest quarantine zones to farm located inside the slums and Old Town. But first you need to buy the DLC called Cuisine and Cargo, which is easily bought for $2 or $5 in the store, and you should already have it if you have the season pass. The first quarantine zone we're going to is called the Stuffed Turtle, and it's located just north of the main safe zone, or the first safe zone you come to when you first start the game, but it is located at the Twin Towers anyways. But the quarantine zone we're going to is located at a grocery store. Now, out of all the other quarantine zones located in the slums, this is the fastest and easiest one to farm, unfortunately. It only has 2 GRE boxes, but like I said, this is the easiest one to farm. First thing we need to do after we enter the grocery store is turn off the power, and the power switch is located on the other side of this room here. Do not touch the ground or else the electricity will kill you very quickly. But once we have the power off, we can go ahead and lockpick this easy lock door, which on the other side has a horde of zombies that we need to either kill or camouflage off of. Firecrackers do not work. When you throw the firecrackers on the ground, the thin layer of water puts them out immediately. So we need to either kill them all or use cloak potion or bring one of them off to the side to cloak off of. But once we're cloaked, we can go ahead and easily open the hard lock door, and on the other side of this hard lock door are the GRE boxes there. So there's only 2 of them, but it's well worth it, and this is the fastest quarantine zone to actually farm. But once we lockpick this door, we need to turn around and close the doors behind us, or else the volatiles that keep spawning are going to kill us. Not volatiles, but virals. But they crawl from underneath that crack in that wooded off door there. So just make sure you close the door behind you. Another thing is we can actually pick up weapons when we find them. If you find a good weapon that you like, you can go ahead and pick it up, go outside, and come back in. And the box will keep spawning weapons, which is a cool thing about quarantine zones. You can find cool weapons even if they're not gold. If you like them, you can go ahead and take them and keep farming all day. But once we're done with this quarantine zone, we can move on to the next quarantine zone, which I'm going to show you is located in Old Town. Now we're going to go to the Twin Towers, as I like to call them, which is where the safe zone is located, and the quartermaster that you first come to when you first start the game. But yeah, I'm going to show you, just in case you don't know, if you're not far enough in the game, which you need to be to get to Old Town. There's a poster located inside the shop area here where your bed and bag are. But once we get to Old Town, what we want to do is look at our map, and there's a quarantine zone. It's called Parking Lot, and it is located right next to this safe zone here with the quartermaster. This is where we're going to start off from. But like I said, farming at night, in my previous videos anyways, I found most of my gold weapons farming at night, and that includes inside quarantine zones for some reason. Don't know what it is, but inside quarantine zones, if it's nighttime, that's when I've always found more of the gold weapons anyways. But here's where the parking lot is. Very easy to get to. Once we come inside here, what we want to do is run down here, and if you don't have cloak potions, we need to kill off this group of zombies here, find one of the bodies, and use our camouflage ability, which we should have, especially this far in the game. But starting from the entrance, I'm going to go ahead and give you a walkthrough and show you why this is the best quarantine zone to farm from in Old Town, if not the whole game. But there are 6 boxes that we can farm from here, 5 GRE boxes and 1 hardlock chest. But here's the first GRE chest that we're going to be farming from, and if we go down a little further and go around this corner, and we will see a cubby hole with a second GRE box. Go down a little further and there's the hardlock chest I was telling you about. Turn around and go around these boxes here, and there's the 3rd GRE box. Go to the end and there's the 4th and 5th final GRE boxes. Even if you're using cloak, you need to watch out for the bombers all in this quarantine zone. They will still walk up to you and explode, which kills you instantly. Another thing is, if you're playing this on hard or nightmare, which you should be, that's the only time we find gold weapons is on hard or especially nightmare, you can go ahead and find these puddles of oil all over the ground in this quarantine zone, light them on fire, and the zombies will walk through it and instantly die. And you want to be using a crossbow or bow on the goons just to headshot them, killing them instantly. The last thing I want to show you is the cloak potion. Now, the cloak potion is a blueprint that you gain by doing side missions for this old witch doctor lady located in the slums, but that's for a different video. But cloak potions make it very fast and very easy to farm these quarantine zones. You don't have to kill zombies, and use them to camouflage off of, which takes a lot of time. You can go ahead and keep using that cloak. Make sure you have plenty before you start farming the quarantine zone, just so you don't run out mid-run through the quarantine zone. But before you even start farming, what you want to do is walk up to a chest and cloak right before you start lockpicking, or else you could run out of the cloak while you're lockpicking, which it's just a pain in the ass. But you don't want to get surrounded by a horde of zombies while you're lockpicking, just because they can either windmill you to death, because there are virals in this quarantine zone too, but you can also get hit by bombers and the goons. But that's it for farming these quarantine zones. I showed you the two best to farm from, located in the slums and Old Town. But in the next video, I want to show you farming hardlock chests in the slums. Now, this is going to be very useful because I found plenty of safe zones with 3 or more hardlock chests just very close around them. And I'm very excited to show you guys this. This is something that I'm coming up with. I'm going around searching slums for all of the hardlock chests, and I'm going to go ahead and locate the best safe zones, or the easiest safe zones to use to farm. But you need to keep in mind that when you pick up weapons out of these chests, especially outside, you cannot farm that chest anymore, not for a long time, because weapons stop spawning inside the chest when you pick up the weapons. So just keep that in mind, but I'm going to go over all of that in the next video. You can probably see and you can tell what safe zone we're going to be farming from. This one has 4 hardlock chests, but 3 of them only spawn weapons. One of them spawns guns, which is bleh. But that's it for this video, guys. I hope this was helpful. I hope this was informative. And as always, I will see you in the next video.